Yo, it's your girl, Aina Brion. Today I want to cover a topic that was submitted by one of my followers on here. And I think it's a great question that some of y'all could truly benefit from. So I appreciate you submitting this topic. And the topic is how to protect yourself from allowing family or friends take your kindness or softness for granted. Okay, first I want you to create a difference between family and people you share the same bloodline with, because you wouldn't even be posing that question if that was your family. Now, you can make anybody your family, your friends, your partner, but the people you share the same bloodline with, you really don't choose them, right? And those are the people that know you the best, and that's the crazy part. So they know how to take advantage of you, and they know how to hurt you the most. So create that difference first. Is that your family? Or is that just people you share the same bloodline with? And for some reason, because we were born into certain families, we have like this sense of obligation that we must carry out. And it's just simply not true. And I want you to also know the difference between being nice and being kind, because it sounds like you're too nice. Nice people, from my experience, does not have boundaries, and they don't know how to implement the boundaries. If people don't appreciate you, if people are taking advantage of you, if people are crossing boundaries, especially if you made them clear, that is not your family. So you need to stop mislabeling them. Okay? I mean, that's not the first. I'm pretty sure that's like the third, but I'm not keeping up. But anyway, you have to have boundaries, and you have to learn how to say no. And a lot of us think that saying yes or constantly giving people what they want is helpful, but all help isn't helpful. Sometimes saying no is more helpful than actually giving people what they want. Because if you constantly providing a safety net all the time and something for people to fall back on every time, is they have no sense of urgency to land on their own 2 feet. So that no, a lot of the times, is more helpful than you constantly saying yes. These people are not taking you for granted. You're taking yourself for granted. Anytime you allow certain treatment from certain people, I don't care who it is, that says more about how you feel about yourself. So you ask yourself that question: how do I feel about myself? Do I allow myself to cross my own boundaries? Do I even have boundaries? Have I made those boundaries clear? Because when you say no to somebody, you see who really rocking with you for you, and not just sticking around for what you could do for them. Especially if they constantly taking and they're not adding anything on. So the best way is to implement boundaries with yourself. Don't allow yourself to cross your own boundaries. And then you start translating that into other relationships. Be okay with they don't call you again, or if they acted funny at the next barbecue or something. Be okay with that, man, because you don't want people around just for what you could do for them. Now, we all get used in some shape or form because we all here to serve, and it's okay as long as you're useful. You know what I mean? Like, you have a purpose here on this earth, so there's nothing wrong with that. But when you abuse people use, then that becomes the problem. When you add on the abs to use, you know what I mean? So again, establish boundaries with yourself, implement them, don't allow yourself to cross them. Ask yourself how you feel about yourself, and that says more about how you allow people to treat you. And there you go. Your life is up to you again. You know what I mean? Like, you can't make people do what you don't want them to do, but what you can do is not allow them to bleed into your space and what you want to offer and how you choose to exist. So that's all I got for that, man. Hopefully that gave you something to work with, some takeaways that you can use. All right. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate you submitting that question, and y'all have a beautiful life. It's yours. Let's do it.